Good morning. Welcome to 49ers in 5, your daily update on everything happening with the team that you need to know. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. Today is Monday, August 14th, 2023. Here's what's happening with your San Francisco 49ers. The first preseason game of the year is in the books, and it was a dud by the 49ers, losing 34-7 to the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, of course, what do you want to know? How did Trey Lance look? Making his first start in 329 days. It was up and down. Niners went 3-and-out on their first 3 possessions of the game. Trey Lance was sacked 3 times in those possessions. Ultimately, he had a very deceptive stat line. 10 of 15 for 112 yards with a touchdown pass. The touchdown was actually a dropped interception in the end zone that fell into the hands of Ross Dwelly. So the stats look a little better than Lance played, although he did pick things up after those first 3 possessions. Kyle Shanahan, what did you make of Trey Lance's performance?
I mean, it got off to a rough start for everybody. I mean, 3-and-outs for the whole offense the first 3 times, so I don't put that all on Trey by any means. I thought the whole offense was sloppy to start. I thought he had a real good second drive leading there on the score. Made a hell of a play on the touchdown. I know it was almost a hell of a play for them with the pick, but that was the last guy on a bootleg. It flashed, and he put it on him, and that guy came in and tipped it, made a good play, but fortunately Dwelly was there. Wish we got that short yardage so we could finish that drive. It was hard to not put him in the third.
Wow, that's not exactly the evaluation I was expecting to hear. So it sounds like you weren't really that upset about the dropped pick in the end zone. Why not?
And there was an open hole, and it was nice that he saw it, flipped and went for it. I'm glad he tried to rip it, and it was a tight window. I mean, could put a little bit more in front of him, but the guy came and made a good play on it, and ended up working out for us.
That was a somewhat supportive answer by Kyle Shanahan. Very interested to see that. Although we know sometimes he doesn't bang on his quarterbacks in public, but then he crushes them behind closed doors. So we'll see. Trey Lance, what did you think of your performance?
It doesn't feel good to go 3-and-out, especially to start the game. So that was definitely frustrating, but obviously put on myself. Continue to be better. Make sure the guys around me are ready to go. I'm ready to go. You know, it starts with me. So I put that on myself. For me, I was just excited to get back out there. Honestly, today that was the biggest thing. Go play real football again. Go compete again. So that felt good, I guess, first and foremost. But obviously, you know, the score showed it. But just from drive to drive, just got to execute better.
As I said on our instant reaction show, I think Trey played better the longer he played, which is something we have seen with him in the past. But eventually, you got to be able to come out right out of the gate and hit the ground running. Trey Lance hasn't done that. If he wants to seize the reins of this thing, he's going to have to find a way to start faster. Beyond Trey Lance, let's look at some of the third-round picks. Not a great day for some of you. I'm looking at you, Cameron Latu, who had a big fumble in the red zone that set the Raiders up for a score. He hasn't held on to anything all training camp. He actually caught the pass last night, which is good, but dropped it for a fumble. Obviously not how he wanted to perform. And Jake Moody, 0 for 2 in his debut. He missed a kick from 40 yards. He missed a kick from 58 yards. Afterwards, he said those kicks were already flushed out of his mind, but not the start you'd like to see him get off to. Kyle Shanahan, are you worried about Jake Moody?
I'm not. I mean, it's unfortunate because I know the pressure on him when everyone's looking, and I know he missed those 2 today, but he's been great in practice. He's hit them all. You know, I was just excited to attempt a long one, which was fun, but until it was missed. But he's been great. He handles himself well, so no issues here with me.
For the record, Moody did make his only extra point attempt of the game. We always give you one thing to read, one thing to watch, and one thing you might have missed. One thing to read on this Monday: stock up, stock down. Levin Black has it for our new website, goldstandardniners.com. Please head there and check that out. Levin gave you his take on everything that we saw Sunday against the Raiders. One thing to watch: get to know the name Deshaun Jameson. We know the Niners need a kick returner with Ray McCloud being out for 8 weeks after a broken wrist. Jameson looked very good on Sunday returning kicks. Now, some of them got called back because there were penalties, but he looked fluid, he looked comfortable, he looked natural, and he looked a lot faster than Ronnie Bell, who also returned kicks. Did okay, but not as good as Deshaun Jameson. Keep an eye on that name. One thing you may have missed: Brandon Allen played the fourth quarter, but after the game, hightailed it out of town on a red eye because his wife is close to giving birth, so he wanted to go and be with her. Of course, we wish our best wishes to the Allen family. The plan, if you're interested, is for him to come back to the Bay Area and be practicing with the team on Thursday. That's a wrap on this edition of 49ers in 5. Please rate, review, and follow the Gold Standard Podcast Network. Enjoy your Monday, everybody. I will be live with Vish Kumaran, 10 a.m. Pacific time today on the Gold Standard YouTube channel. We'll react to everything that we saw, take your questions and comments. Hopefully I'll have seen the All 11 by then so we could really dive into the nuts and bolts of what went on. Please, please, please join us for that. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. We'll talk tomorrow.